Yo, this your boy Jobs. And of course, we're back to Umineko EP.7 Commentary. This will be part 11. We are getting here so far. I feel I can taste the ending. I think. No, I'm not gonna sound like Kama. This isn't the world God only knows. This is world Jobs only knows. Haha. Therefore I'm God. Oh wait. It's the same damn thing. Oh well. Let's get back to this. Last time we left off, we were talking about. Apparently some girl. Going by the name of Claire. Claire Von Bernard. What the hell kind of middle name is that? But yeah, she was kind of reading a story of some sort. Apparently, she's another form of Leon. At least that would be what Leon would turn out to be if it turned out to be a servant instead or something like that. I don't know. And I was sitting here thinking all along that Shannon is not real. It's just pretty much screaming it at this point. And here, the servants are talking with Zeppa and Furfur, who are also pretty much doing their own little thing in the theater. I guess they're pretty much just asking questions and whatnot just for the hell of it. But yeah, Zeppa and Furfur are always entertaining people. Magical Goda Chef. Why didn't Goda ever get more screen time? Goda should be one of the main characters or something. I don't know. He doesn't get enough love. Magical Goda Chef. It has a nice ring to it. Magical Goda Chef. A magical chef. Now that is boss. He would be a boss. Ooh, looks like we're back to the chapel. I think. I wanted them to wait. The sun's beginning to set and the chapel's getting darker and darker. I don't want to hang around in a place like this all by itself. Oh, that's the chapel. Yeah, we're still talking about the past. I think Bunker still said this was a different fragment about Leon, but apparently this person's name is Yasu. Genji kept the presence of this baby a secret from Kenzo, and thinking that Kenzo would pretty much fuck it. Seeing it as another incarnation of Beatrice. Oh boy, Kenzie is one crazy motherfucker. If he has the face of Beatrice, he's gonna screw it. I don't think Kenzo is a homo or anything, but which is why I think the possibility of Leon being a female is really high. People say Leon is pretty flat for the most part, but I would prefer to think that Leon is a female with binded down boobs, that or using breast pads if anything. That and another thing, I will also want to theorize that even if Leon had boobs, it could also be a hermaphrodite. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe a hermaphrodite wouldn't be so. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure what you would be considered if you I don't know what is to school a hermaphrodite. It has everything: boobs, boobs and a dick. You know, if a hermaphrodite had all of that, that sounds like pretty much like a futanari. That pretty much fits the bill for a futanari. And since Leon is considered to be Beatrice, wouldn't this mean that Beatrice is a hermaphrodite as well? Wouldn't that mean that Battler screwed a hermaphrodite? But no. I would prefer to believe that Beatrice is fully female. It's the meta world. So so even if it were different personalities involved, they could exist. They could coexist as separate bodies because it's the meta world. And what the hell is this? This person is laughing. And then the witch answered, "Fool, isn't it obvious? Why else except to entertain myself by watching you wander about pointlessly?" Now it sounds like Beatrice. Beatrice talking to Yasu. Ooh. Ah ha 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 ha, that wave. But the prankster witch Beatrice uses her magic. Before I could reach this spot, she instantly teleported the small book to the next room window over. Wait a minute. That way of teleporting. Falling into a hole. It's not Beatrice, that's Gop! Huh. Well, what do you know? It's Gop, huh? Now she just so Gop is pretty much trolling Yasu. Give it a rest. How long are you going to make fun of me? This isn't the only time. You always do this. The shrill voices laughed, but the formless witch continued to mock my sobbing. Ooh. I don't remember hearing this track in any of the previous games. This would be one of the new tracks for episode 7. You mustn't try to see it with your eyes. See with your eyes. You must try to see with the eyes of your heart. Oh bloody hell! Oh bloody hell! The fact that she had to use her heart. Okay, so since... Okay, Leon is Yasu, and Yasu is Leon from a different fragment. Leon is supposed to be a different form of Beatrice. And yet, Shannon doesn't really... No, I would believe Shannon is also part of Leon too. No, Leon is part of Shannon, but... Well, okay, I saw Shannon first. I'm usually called Yasu when one of the older servants is laughing behind my back at some mistake I made. So when I hear that name, it feels bad. She called me, not by the blessed name given to me by the Fakun house, but by that unblessed name. Can I call you Shannon? The Fukuin House kids, they're usually given a name with the letters N-O-N, non, which means that. And if this is supposed to be Leon in a different fragment, wouldn't that make Leon and Shannon the same person? I guess you know what I'm going to say. I was going to say that maybe it's safe to say that Gop is also another personality. You know, the fact that, I mean, I'm saying this because of the fact that she supposedly, that this Yasu supposedly had to see with their heart instead of their eyes. If they couldn't see the person in question and yet they heard a voice from within, wouldn't that mean that the voice was coming from within? And there she is, Gop, the lady with no panties on. I remember even watching the anime. I saw the fan service. She definitely had no underwear on except for a black, black tape or something like that. And I definitely saw no bulge. I want to safely say it's a female. Come on, you can even see a side boob there. Maybe I'm just hoping. Maybe I'm just doing wishful thinking, believing that, that Yasu is a female. Like 100%. I just can't believe. Sure, George, I can picture maybe being a little homo. And Jessica, sure, I can probably picture being a little homo too. But Battler, nah, he's a boss. Gop. I haven't seen her troll anybody since episode 4 with George. And then one time she actually trolled, that time when she trolled George in episode 4, that was really scary actually. The anime really failed on that. Instead of making her do a little goofy cat face, she was supposed to have a really terrifying troll face with the lizard eyes. Why did the anime fuck that up? Because of that, I actually started to like Gop. I started liking Gop, thinking that she was a really good, one of my favorite characters and stuff. I've taken a liking to you. You proceed and captured me? That works in reverse. That means I proceed and capture you. The Fukui director told me not to try and see evil beings. If you see them, they will possess you. Now that I understood the switch, a bond had been formed between us. That's correct. Now that you have acknowledged my existence, I formed a bond with you. After all the years I spent in boredom, it would be nice to have a young kid like you to talk to. This is getting a little crazy. Draw a magic circle or two. Wait a minute. You know what? I remember back in episode 1. Yeah, back in episode 1, if I remember correctly. There was a whole lot of, no, actually, all the first 4 episodes, no, the first 3, there was always a magic circle in front of a door, and before you open it, somebody would be dead. Some of the murder scenes didn't have a magic circle or something, but but some of them did. I remember the shed very well. That shed had some sort of magic circle with some terrible Hebrew writing. Yeah. I'm really wanting to say Shannon is the culprit at this point. But Will also said that a servant can't be the culprit. Just a little something contradictory with that. Van Dyne's at number 11. If I remember right. Yes, that's the face she made back in episode 4. It was fucking close up too. That was scary as hell. Shit. And that was right before she killed George. Ooh boy. Terrifying shit. I went out of the chapel. The chapel key had been left in the lock. I used it to lock the door. I picked it up. The first friend I made after coming to the island was apparently not human at all. However, when I think back on it, it was only natural. It was sort of a friend. What other sort of friend we can expect to make on a witch's island? Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention something about Claire here. When I read the tips, let's read the tips once more. You see, it says that she's a vessel to personify Beato in her game. Basically, she's like a emotionless version of Beatrice, a clone of her. I'm gonna guess that she was created by Bunkerstell, of course. Oh boy. It's Lucifer! Oh, stakes. Ew, and there's Satan. Belphegor. Shannon. Oh wait, she's not a stake. Leviathan. Yes, that's totally a stake. I wonder where Asmodeus is. Yeah, I don't know how you say that name. Oh, and Beelzebub. I only see 4 out of the 7 stakes, and I know I'm missing one. Lucifer, Satan, Leviathan, Belphegor. And I know I'm missing Beelzebub and Asmodeus, And one more. Who was it? Can't lay my finger on it. Yeah, well. Oh! I forgot about Mammon. How the hell could I forget about Mammon? Angie's best friend. Huh. Chapter 3, Days in Rapture. I have to read through all 9 of these damn chapters? Are you kidding me? That's gonna take forever. Oh ho ho. Yes, that can sometimes happen, and that's always when you're busy. Perhaps a fairy is pulling pranks on you. It's a witch pulling pranks on me. I mean, I knew I'd put it right there. Just glanced around when it disappeared. Oh, Natsuhi, always yelling at the servants. Yeah, that's gonna happen when you have multiple personalities that you probably don't even know you have. You know, they take over your mind all of a sudden, take the key out of your pocket, and next thing you know, when you come to. It's a kite string. Try using this end to the key. A spiderweb charm. Oh, Kumasawa. Old lady. And then back in episode 3, you turned into Virgilia. You did it again in episode 6. Why did I find that so hilarious? I mean, at first I was like, oh I was like, holy shit. And then I just LOL'd. I want to go home. Okay, this is getting nuts. She probably gotta turn to Virgilia again at some point. Now she's just messing around, I think. Okay, so I know Kumasawa is supposedly trying to help this Yasu, trying to keep up with the keys, so they don't wind up getting lost. But this is such a silly way to do it. Why the fuck do you keep leaving the master key in the first place? Wait, why is Yasu calling Gop Beatrice? Gop isn't supposed to be Beatrice, it's Gop is Gop. Wait a minute. The eyes are blue. The hair is blonde. So maybe Gop is not so goppy anymore. Gop ain't so Gop anymore. So I guess I should just call it Gop Beatrice or something. You're not a witch. You're supposed to be one of the demons or something. I don't know. People appear out of nowhere. You know, I know a sprite is a sprite, but the boobs are just as big as Shannon's. Maybe I'm over-observing too much. And this is the Rikishi sprites we're talking about. At least the PS3 version of Umineko has way better sprites, not to mention it has the voice actors and actresses from the anime. That's one of the good things about the anime. The voice acting. I mean, the voice acting. I think. Well, for the most part. It did have its flaws, though. So I suppose I got mixed feelings on whether or not I'd like to see this anime. See the sequel of Umineko animated. Maybe I just wanted to see. Maybe I just want to see all the epic meta world scenes. That's usually the best part about this. About this shit. Claire is continuing to read the book. Doesn't even look like she's reading it. All because of the charms. Oh, that's right. That was a very faithful kid. That part of one is a guy and one is a girl. One of them has a dick and the other doesn't. Try to guess which one has the equipment. You knew the kid was Beatrice's child, didn't you? Holy shit. Thank you, Genji-sama. Good work with the big cleanup today. You know what, Genji? I'll only ever see you. You're the only one who never actually got changes to a sprite. Got any changes to a sprite. I mean, come on, Yasu again? You shouldn't be quick to judge. I have mine, of course. So it was you, Yasu. Do you still not get it even after that scolding madam gave you? You're just so... Normally, I would cower and apologize under the glares, whether I was guilty or not. However, I've changed, so I probably held up the key with the string attached. Oh, a device to keep yourself from dropping it. Very prudent. Genji was very expressionless. If only he was bald, I would call Genji Mr. Clean every single time. Oh, Lucifer, losing your key. Man, this is getting nuts. What happens when people grow? First they find some latitude. That leads to make them scared. That make them worry about whether or not they're doing the things the right way or not. Can be carried out with confidence. Go to place crosswords a lot between jobs. Even Genji slacks up when no one's looking. I can't picture Genji doing that. Borrowing books. Jessica was always kind and modest, but there was also Nasahi's stern orders to think of, so we couldn't play together very much. Kumasawa's hobby? Books. Are you going to take a bath? Agatha Christie, and then there were none. It's almost like a crime happening on Rokkenjima. Yeah, that's basically how Umineko started off. You know, with a and then there were none scenario. Oh boy. But who usually gets the comfort? And then there were none? Yeah. Who's the UN? Who is UNO? And I wonder. That's the couple who lured the victims to the island. There are only 10 people on this island, and UNO doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. No, that's not right. He or she is on the island. They're one of the 10 people. I just don't know who. Not 495. If a trick exists, it becomes a human novel. If there isn't none, it's a witch novel. So they're pretty much sitting here talking about, and then there were none. Yeah, and then there were none had like 10 people. 10 people are killed, supposedly. But the Rokkenjima murders had like Rokkenjima has pretty much 18 started with 18 people. Technically 17, if you minus Kenzo. You wanted to play a game. Oh, I am one yet many. That means you got multiple personalities. Oh, hurry up. I'm trying to scroll through you. I'm gonna go up to 50 minutes again. A new element. Chapter 4. New Days. The months and years left by. In new, more colorful life, I smiled at the spring sunshine, peeking through the tree, gazed up at the color of summer clouds, enjoyed the piles of fallen leaves in the autumn, and played the winter snow, and the few times it did fall. In these days passed one after another, there was a considerable amount of change to my environment. The servants coming from the Fukuin house had switched. There weren't specific grades like in school, so there were no rules saying what kind of grade you had to make. Each servant made their own decision about whether they graduate from Okajima. Ooh boy, I'm speed reading. I thought I'd try to speed read. What the hell am I doing? Okay, you know what? I think I might be tapping the enter button a little too fast. Keep it up, Yasu. I hate being called Yasu. However, they basically ignored me. You just picked up their things and left. Guess you never got a chance to become friends with them. I wouldn't even want to. Yep. And then they went off to become the 7 stakes of purgatory. Went off to go ahead and kill everybody at Okajima. Yes, you're right, Sandy. Asune? Berune? Is it? I was looking for those two. Okay, so four to 6 left, and then 2 more joined. Asmodeus and Beelzebub. How were they selected? Who did it? The board of directors came and interviewed them. And other things like watch their everyday conduct. So as long as you act like good kids in front of the adults, they could pass. Well, there were times where they passed because the adults thought they looked suitable. This sounds like the kind of music that you will hear on Peter Pan. You know, chilling in the pirate ship. Arrgh! Asune, make sure you put your tools on the car when you're done using them. Yeah! Sure, son. Oh, God. Ooh, Beatrice. That sounded just like him. Yeah, then you two become part of the stakes of purgatory as well. Serve which Beatrice, turn it to actual stakes. Stab people in the forehead, back, chest, and all of that good stuff. There's no way they could exist. Witches. I thought they were just pranks. No, it's easy to just think of it that way. Do you think the witch Beatrice actually existed? I don't believe it. I don't know if it was a Beatrice, but I do think that was something. That's something that wasn't human. Ridiculous. It's persistent and creepy. What's just a thing that you look for? Did Yasu hide them? I thought so at first. It was natural to think that. And now they're pretty much being questioned by Zeppa and Furfur about the master keys that they had. Apparently, Beelzebub, yes, I'm gonna call her Beelzebub, lost the keys, and they're thinking that Yasu did it. I'm going to actually agree with them. It was in my locker. There it is, pretty careless and stuff. I may be stupid, but I'm not that stupid. I don't forget about things. I do that easily. There could have been no time for Yasu to noisily remove a key. It was impossible for Yasu. In fact, this would have been impossible for anyone. I already told you the key was really there in the beginning. I was the one who unlocked that room, so that must have been there. Then when we finished cleaning, I picked up the ring, tried to lock the door, it was gone. I might have turned back the ring, but it was right next to me. So if someone tried to pull the prank by removing just one key, I'd have heard the clinking. Okay, so they're trying to figure out how did Yasu get the key, but Yasu was with them the entire time. Yasu was with you the whole time, so there was no chance. Hey, wait a minute. let me see if I can think of a theory on how this happened. I think they just admitted that they were in the dark. Could it have happened when they were in the dark? And of course, the time factor also happens by the time she checked. No. Time also factors into this. It also depends on what time she decided to dig in her pocket and check for her keys. That's the only way it was between that time and by the time she pulled out her keys that the keys were already gone. Yasu was with her the entire time. So maybe Yasu somehow pilfered the key in question. I think maybe Yasu knew how the key mechanism works. You gotta know how the mechanism works to properly pilfer something, you know. I honestly believe it was Yasu and a different personality. You notice how Claire keeps saying, "I am one yet many." That's the only way that could have happened. Yasu definitely did it. And Yasu definitely did it to himself. To herself. This is insane. Yeah, Beelzebub pretty much is being trolled by Yasu, aka Beatrice. Yasu is Beatrice. Beatrice is Leon. I am one yet many. It makes a lot of sense in context. No, actually, they're right. No, let me backtrack. I talked to Yasu, Shannon, and Kumasawa about it. And they said that the witch really did exist. Okay. Ooh, that's a hell of a lot of text. Oh boy, this is going on to an hour. I'm gonna have to edit. I'll probably be an editor out some things at the beginning. Why are they playing Golden Slaughter over some keys? Look at that delicious key ring. Just stop it, please. That bird is saying key. Any insult to my friend, I think it's an insult to myself. Right. Because you're the same person. Let's show her my magic. My God, those eyes. Okay, so she took over her body. That's what happens. Come, try and remember. Where have you been sleeping? I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I better stop before this goes on for too long. I'll see y'all in part 12.